All right, Bezookers. Hey, I wanted to do my tutorial on the tools I used for this project. You can see I cleared out the yard pretty good. All right, and people wanted to see my work boots. Yep, pair of Skechers. That's pretty much all I use. I'm usually in bare feet, as I am in now. I got everything cleared out pretty good. All right, we'll paint it today, hopefully. It's been raining all week, and I just haven't had a chance to paint it, really, and I'm hoping it clears up today. All right, the first thing you need is hydration. I was getting dehydrated, so drink your shag of tea or your coffee or whatever you drink. But make sure you stay hydrated. You don't realize you're working and working, and I was starting to get crampy and stuff. Yeah, there's my painting. Hopefully I don't really need much tools, just a brush for that. And I don't really know what brushes to use. All right, these gloves are the first thing I would say get. They're a very simple glove, and they wear well, and actually the nails don't seem to get through them or anything. But I first wanted to show you my invention here a little bit. It's a little stool, and I put the stereo on there, but it's Velcro, and you can see I put my phone on it, and I can turn my phone, and I can move my phone up and down. I'll put a mirror on it. I'll put a light on it, and it works real good. And I put my thing there, and it folds up real easy. So I use that all the time. I mean, I have to have it in my van. It's great. It's just Velcro in the back and Velcro on the back of my phone. All right, so here are the tools I use, and pretty much you can see they're Ryobi tools. And I found they're a good, reliable tool. I actually burned out 2 motors in them, but I was kind of hard on my tools. These are your inexpensive power tools, really, battery-packed power tools. And they're fine. Never was crazy about the color, but when you need them, you see that color, so they don't get lost too easily. So that's good while you're looking for them, you know. So I just bought the stereo, and I like it. It's very good. Sounds good. I'm pleased with it. All right, here's a tool you use a lot. Is the little blower, hand blower. I was drying myself off. I was getting away with the flies, and then just blowing dust. There's dust everywhere in this house. It's 27 years since somebody's lived in this, so you can imagine all the dust, and I'm still blowing it out. But I used a big one too, and I burned out one while I was here. But I use that blower every day for my other work, and so I expect that to happen. This is the third one I had. They're awful loud, though. You always make sure you wear headgear, ear protection on them, really, because they're just very loud. And then people were saying the Ozol was my favorite tool, and well, like I said, the tool in my hand is my favorite if it's the one for the task. If it's the right tool for the right job, that's my favorite tool, right? And that is the answer to the question. I don't know. People have been giving me shit about that. No, that's pretty much the answer. And the second answer was the piece hooks. And I did give away piece hooks because somebody got that. Said it was a piece hook. Only one person said it. Because that helps my back. I pulled out my back on this job, and I've been down for 5-6 days, really, unfortunately. All right, you can see, of course, the little hand drill. Everybody uses a hand drill. Use that screw, just use that nonstop. And I use this a lot. I've been using it on the floor, and I plan on sanding the floor and getting the floors looking nice. And actually, it's what's cleaning the house for painting because I don't have running water. So I'm using it to get dirt off. It's just a handy tool. But I've been going through batteries a lot. They go through the batteries. And then my circular saw, you can see the circular saw. That's a good tool. I haven't used it much yet. And then here's the old chainsaw that I used the heck out of, and I burned it out, unfortunately, but I did use the heck of it. You can see back there, I cut some big logs, and I cut a couple trees down with it, and just roots and all sorts of stuff. It was a handy tool, and I'll get another one. They're not cheap. And then the jigsaw, I didn't use too much. Jigsaw you can use for the metal roof. I used it for that. I used it for cutting, simple wood and all that. But actually, this is pretty much the most handy tool I used. The good 2.5-pound hammer. It was a great tool. I tore out 4 walls, as you can see, tore out 4 walls and tore out a lot of stuff. You can pretty much see all the all the wood. And I would say I'd pound most of that out with the hammers, with the nails, you know. On a boat, you can't do that. You got to use the screws because they use screws, and a house is so much easier to take apart than a boat. So you can see I had my weed eater with me, but I didn't really need that. I used it a little bit, but not much. And then I had a regular chainsaw, which I used just a little bit because that worked good. I feel that is so much safer and all that, but once it gave out, I used that a little bit, and I'm using it now, to be honest with you. And the Awsol, I use that for the roots on stumps, little stumps and stuff like that. I use it for a lot of things, but I didn't use it too much to tear down the house. And then, like I said, the blower, that. The speaker, and then my hand tools. Here's a good tool. That. You can get in the corners with that, and, you know, that cleans your brush. And the scraper's great, too. Then you got your basic screwdrivers. I like the screwdrivers that come in, and then you take them apart. And, you know, you can use the other side. There's 4 different screwdrivers in that. I always use those. Your basic scissors and your knife, I use that to cut glass. I cut the plexiglass and I fixed the 4 panes of glass with that, you know. That works good. And then I had to get tin snips for the roof. The roof is tin, and I got work to do on that. And then I always use channel locks. I love channel locks. I was pulling out a lot of nails with those. So you take them, you put them in the nail, put it in the nail, and then do that. And it actually pulls the nails out easier than anything, really. I mean, I had this little crowbar pretty much, and I use that a little bit, but that's the only crowbar I had. I have like 3 crowbars at home, and I'm just too pig-headed to buy another one. I can't buy another one. And I had to buy a ladder, unfortunately, because I have 2 of those at home, but I really had to have a ladder. I wasn't planning on doing this project, really, until I got down here. Okay, and you see my garden tools. And you can see I cleared it out, and I have a garden going here. Check it out. I got some plants already. I got 2 tomato plants and a zucchini. I'm going to plant scallions, cucumbers, and something else. Radishes. And I'll do that before I leave. Hopefully, but I won't be back. I got a shovel. I didn't use the shovel too much. And I love this Maddox. This Maddox is a great tool. You can get, I actually use this as a crowbar a little bit. You know, you get it up in there and you use it as a crowbar. And then it's good for roots. It's a great little one. And get the light one. They make heavier ones, and that's for real digging. And a grass rake. I like a grass rake. I had lots of, actually, mulch. I have my mulch garden over there. You see my mulch garden, and I'm pushing all the mulch over there. I'll plant some seed here and put a camper back there. It'll be nice. That's going to be my workshop there. And this is going to be my garden shop, where my garden stuff. There's some stuff here, there. I use that for my shower. You know, a sprayer. Spray yourself down a little bit. And that's about it. This is a good little seeder. They're a good hand seeder. That's good to have. It's inexpensive to buy. It stores easily, and they work just as good. Actually, they work kind of better. And then I slept in my van while I was doing all this project. You're really not allowed to sleep in this house. So there's my shower, you know, take my shower. Actually, the shower is great. This is the key to a shower, the sponge. And put water in there and just sponge. It's great. My shower stuff, and then my cooking, and I cooked my tea, my shaga tea, but I'm out of shagas, to be honest with you, so I'm using black tea. I got to get home and get my shaga tea. And I basically cook on that all the time. And I use this as my little cooler. One thing of ice will go a day and a half. I'm having my mango when I'm done with this, and my avocado, and of course, Old Bay. I'm from Maryland, man. I carry my Old Bay everywhere I go. Got my fishing rods. I didn't do too much fishing. I didn't do any. What am I talking about? I might do some on the way home. Yeah, hey, we're talking now. And that's where I slept. It was very comfortable. You can see I have a toilet back there, and I've been charging all my batteries with my lighter, and it's burning the fuse out. It's not working very good anymore. I don't know what went wrong. But all right, you can see that's going to be my workshop once I get all that out. Just burn half that wood. All right, you all have a great day. Hey, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. This was a lot of father working. That's what us fathers do sometimes. All right, peace out. Keep on piece hooking. Speaking of piece hooking, did I show you my array of piece hooks? This is my piece hook room, you know? This is what this room's going to be, a piece hook room. And you got we got to name them. They're the big C, little C, and the back knobbers. So that's the 3 piece hooks. People should try it out, piece hooking. Give it a try. All right, happy Father's Day, everybody. You want to see the sunshine before you go? It's nice. And there's my front yard. It's kind of nice to get rid of that, you know. And I'll plant bulbs there. This is called the Relly House. Got the piece hook room, the garden room, and the workshop. All right, y'all have a great day. Happy Father's Day to you fathers. Mothers, give your fathers a little extra kiss today. Peace out.